conference will now be recorded.
Okay, in the last session, what we talked? We talked about business process, requirement understanding, and all other further fundamental points. I hope everybody got a basic understanding, on the last points. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll try to understand something like business process understanding. Assuming that you're working in a project, now you'll have to take simple points where we are already aware of. If you talk about, let's say, vendors, and if you talk about customer, everybody is aware of a vendor and customer. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Most of you are aware of vendor and then customer. When you talk about vendor, it is all about accounts what?
Payable. Payable.
Accounts payable. Customer.
Receivable. Accounts receivable.
Customer is what? Accounts receivable. Now let's assume we are working in a project wherein you've been asked to get the requirement or get the business process of accounts payable of a client. Similarly, accounts receivable of a client. Usually what we need to do, we need to understand basic accounts payable or complete accounts payable. What to do in a project?
Complete, sir.
If you are working on the practice, it is okay even if you take at basic 1, 2, 3 go. But if you are in a project, it should be
Complete.
basic or it should be end to end.
End to end.
Right? It has to be end to end business requirement or it has to be end to end business process understanding. For that, what you need first, you need to have basic level of understanding on the subject. To do it, what you require is you'll have to ensure starting point of a vendor is what? Vendor creation. Yes, no? In the accounts payable, first point is what? You need vendor. Is it possible to work on accounts payable without vendor? Can you work on accounts payable without vendor? Yes or no?
No.
No, sir.
Without vendor, you cannot work on accounts payable, meaning your vendor will become the starting point. Once you complete everything of a vendor, you will check whether it is okay or not okay after looking at what? What do you look at to confirm that it is right or it is wrong for anything related to vendor? What do you need at the end? What do you require at the end to check or to confirm that yes, it is? What do you look at? Report or anything else?
Invoice.
Report, not invoice. Am I right? How do you confirm on the accounting? Based on the reporting or based on not reporting? Do we need reports or not to analyze the accounting? How do you confirm that yes, my accounting is correct?
Based on return statement, right?
Right? So reporting is the last point. Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
First is your master, last is your report. From vendor master creation until the report that requires you to confirm, yes, my AP is correct. Everything you need to understand in a logical sequential order. How you will understand, how you will map it is all about your skill set. That's where people say whether you are okay or not okay based on what is your level of understanding on the subject. Now here, same thing is for customer also. First you need
Yes, sir.
customer creation. From here you need reports related to customer, right? To confirm that yes, my accounts receivable or my customer data is now correct. Now, in general, when you talk about vendor, it is all about what? Purchases. Customer is all about what?
Sales.
It is all about sales. Now, here you need to understand from a business point of view, wherever you're working, don't be generic. You should not be generic, you should not be casual here. Take it into any company of your choice, which is okay. Now, whatever company you take, you need to look at that company in a perspective that what this company is purchasing. In general, company purchases so many things, right? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Company will be purchasing material, company will be purchasing services, company will also be purchasing some kind of, the consumables. Company will also be purchasing a fixed asset. You'll have to categorize what and all a company is purchasing, first point. Similarly, what and all company is selling. What a company is buying, make a list of it. Similarly, what company is selling, make a list of it. Meaning, don't write A, B, C, D, E, F, G product name. Write down the product classification. They are purchasing a material, they are purchasing services, they are purchasing a fixed asset, something like that. Similarly, when a company is selling, what are they selling? You need to make a note. They are selling a material, they are selling services, something like that. You need to make a note, and then you need to understand when they are purchasing, how are they purchasing? Are they directly going to a store, to a supplier purchasing, or are they placing the order? Majoritarily, a company will do a purchase directly or through a purchase order.
To purchase order.
Majoritarily, companies, any company will do their purchasing through purchase order. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Mostly, any company will do their purchases through purchase order. Similarly, when a company is making a sale, customer will place the order, yes or no?
Yes.
Customer will place the
Yes,
order,
sir.
which is basically sales order. Sales will happen based on the sales order. Purchases will happen based on the purchase order. Clear, right? Now, here when you're making purchases, there are two types of purchases. One you can say
Credit
cash,
purchases.
and
Credit
then you can
purchases
say
and cash.
credit. Sale is also
Credit
same,
purchase.
yes or no?
Yes. Okay.
Sales is also same, cash sales and then credit sale. When you're talking about cash purchase or cash sale, credit purchase or credit sale, what are we exactly referring to? What is the difference between these two?
Referring to credit purchases means we are liable to the vendor. So if cash purchases means we already made the settlement. That way.
In short, cash purchases
As in
means
this,
there is no liability generated. Cash sale means there is no asset
correct.
generated. When you're talking about credit, there is a asset generated. Similarly, there is a liability generated, right? In short,
Liability.
current asset, current liability
Yes,
called
sir.
as accounts payable, accounts receivable,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Now, slowly you need to make sure you're connecting the dots. You don't need to be even 50%, at least at a 10%. If you're able to understand now, it is fine, because we're all here to understand, learn only, right? So it does not need that you have to be already aware of it. If you are at least getting it to know, okay, this is all there, it is sufficient. Now, majoritarily in a company, your purchases are cash or credit basis.
Yes, sir.
In any company, most of the purchases are credit basis or cash basis.
Credit basis.
Mostly
Basis.
these are credit basis. Similarly, sales also credit basis, right?
Yes, sir.
Sales also credit basis. Now we need to understand, when you talk about credit basis, it is all about you will purchase now, but you will pay later, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Credit purchases meaning you will
Base
purchase today,
credit.
you will pay tomorrow. Tomorrow in the sense maybe after 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2 month, depending on the agreement.
Wait period.
Similarly, sales mean you will sell today, but you will collect money tomorrow or later on in future, right?
Correct.
So until the amount is collected, you say that I am supposed to receive amount from so and so customer. It becomes your accounts receivable, which is a current asset in your balance sheet on asset side. Similarly, when you talk about vendor, you will buy now, but you will pay tomorrow. You'll say we are liable to pay to the vendor, meaning you have something called accounts payable, which is a current liability. Something will be appearing on asset side or on liabilities side.
Current liabilities is liabilities.
Liability side, sir. Current, it's accounts payable. It's liability for the company.
Accounts payable liabilities.
Right? Accounts payable, it is a liability to the company. Next one. Now, this is the basic high level understanding we need to know. After that, you'll have to go to the process in such a way that you'll have to ask your client. Okay, you're all talking about now vendor. Okay, you put vendor, ask your client about vendor, about customer. Both will not be done parallelly, both are completely different. AP is a completely different process, AR is a completely different process, but both are quite opposite, like a coin. Right? It's like a shadow or it's like a coin. If you know AP, you must know AR automatic. Similarly, if you know AR, you must know AP automatic. Understood, right? Now, what
Yes,
we
sir.
need to do here, if you're talking about vendor, you need to ask your client. First point you need to know is any client, any company that you're working for, is that company already working on SAP or not working on SAP?
Yes, sir.
You're going to work on an implementation project. In the implementation project, your client is using SAP or not using SAP currently. If you are
Not
working
using
on
SAP.
implementation project,
Not
Implementation,
your
using,
not
client is
client is not
working on
using
SAP,
SAP.
not
not
using
using SAP.
Not using
These
SAP.
are all the right. Client is not using SAP. These are all the very, very basic fundamental things which you must know. It is immaterial, you know SAP, you do not know SAP. It is something that you must be aware of. We cannot say for certain things, I am new to SAP, I don't know SAP. For certain points, it is immaterial, not at all relevant. If we are not in a position to connect, understand these points, something is really wrong. Meaning, we have zero knowledge on it. Let us not be with zero knowledge. Right? You should never start with zero knowledge. You need to at least have the basic understanding. That is the whole objective of why we are discussing now. So that tomorrow when you decide to join the classes, I want you to know at least the basic fundamentals of SAP in such a way that you can confidently talk that I know these points in SAP to anyone. Okay, now when you talk about vendor, you need to think that yes, I am talking about vendor to a client who is not currently working on SAP, but they are using some other application, right?
Yes, sir.
But they are using some other application. Now here, what we need to do, we need to make sure, ask your client, how many vendors do you have currently? When you ask your client, how many vendors do you have currently? Then your client will tell, okay, we have around 3 vendor, 4 vendor, 5, 10 vendor, or client will tell big number.
Yes, sir.
What will client tell? In general, in a company, will they be having less number of vendors or more number of vendors?
more
More
number of.
number of vendors.
More number of vendors.
Right? They will be having more number of vendors, which slowly we need to make sure we are understanding it. When we say they have more number of vendors, you need to understand how many vendors they have. Based on the number of vendor that they
Your
say, you
voice is
get to know,
breaking, sir.
okay, is it for all?
No, it's clear.
No.
Clear for me.
Okay, just try to reach on. If you're facing any difficulty, try to reach on. Okay. Now, when you ask your client, they'll tell you like, okay, we have somewhere around 1,000 vendor, 2,000 vendor, 3,000 vendor, which will give you a kind of understanding that okay, this is a medium-sized company, this is a big company and all. Yes, no. I mean, if they're doing good big business, they will have more clients or more vendor. If they're doing small business, they will be having less number of vendor. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? Similarly, when you go to customer, same thing. You have to ask your client, how many customers do you have at this moment currently? And they tell, okay, we have around only 4 customer, only 10 customer, or tell number of customer. What will happen?
Ajay, I think there is a disturbance from your side. Your voice is not clear.
Yes, Ajay, your voice is not audible properly.
Yeah, right now it's not audible.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, now it's fine.
It's fine now.
Yeah. I think I was getting another call. That's the reason I think there is disconnect. Okay.
Okay.
Now, based on the number of customer that your client is telling, you'll get to know, right? Okay, what kind of business they're doing. Is it a small company, big company? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Number of vendor, number of customer will tell you what kind of business they are doing, because your whole business is with buying and selling only. Am I right?
Yes.
Your whole business is all about buying and selling, purchases and sale. Now you want to ensure that you have less number of a vendor but more number of customer, correct or not?
We decided that we still wanted to give away.
Right? We wanted to ensure you will have less number of a vendor and then more number of a customer, or you should have more vendor, less customer. What is ideal number? What is recommended?
Less
Less
vendors, more
vendors and more
customers.
customers.
You wanted to have less vendor because you wanted to have trusted vendors, so that they'll give you at a very affordable, very reasonable prices, because you want to have long term relationship with any supplier to ensure even though there are market fluctuations, still you will get the product at your convenience, right? And you would like to have more customer because you want to reach to so many customers, so that you'll make more business and then you'll get more profits. Now, point number one, you need to ensure how many number of customer you have, vendor you have. Then you need to understand how many entries or how many invoices you book per day. Ask them, how many invoices are you booking per day? Vendor invoices, how many you will book per day? Per week, how many? And per month, how many? Similarly, customer invoices, how many invoices you make per day, per week, per month? Now, this will give you another level of understanding or not on the current business.
Sir.
That is it a small business, big business? What is the volume? You'll get to know. Then you'll ask, okay, how you're closing your month? When you say how you're closing your month, then they'll tell you, okay, we will close the month every month. Now, will a company close their books on the last day of the month, or it will be closed in the next month of the, or it will be closed in the next month?
Yeah, last day after business. Last day of the month.
Nobody will close the business on the last day of the month. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, next.
Right? What everybody will do, everybody will have some time. This is based on the business to business, it will differ, and then somebody will tell, we will close the month on the next month, fifth working day, fifth calendar day, or fourth business day, fourth working day. Anybody heard this before?
Yes.
Yes. Month-end
People
activity.
usually tell, yeah, people usually tell who are working in the accounting finance side, we are busy with closing, we are busy with month end, they'll do late
Month end
log out and
activity.
all. Correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
they stretch during the month end and all, because they have the deadlines to meet. What are this deadline, what they're doing and all, you need to understand. Though you are not a user, but still you need to understand every point. That is where you'll understand how SAP FICO works, how FICO will give you benefit to a business. You need to understand that, and then you need to understand what kind of transactions are you making to customer to vendor. Customer vendor meaning all we remember is invoice only, right? Correct or not?
So,
Yes.
All you talk about is invoice. Invoice is nothing but bill.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a common terminology applicable for both customer vendor, buying and selling, or purchases and sale. You need to differentiate it. Customer invoice, vendor invoice, right?
Yes, sir. Correct.
We need to differentiate it with customer invoice, vendor invoice, plus or incoming invoice, outgoing invoice. Sometimes whenever you get the invoice or whenever you give the invoice, it is possible that there may be some discrepancy, adjustment, returns, correct or not? Some defect may be there or some return may be there or any kind of adjustment which will be treated as credit note or credit memo. Adjustment to the invoice is basically called as a credit memo. And then sometimes what a customer or vendor will do to take any order, to accept any purchase or sale, they say that okay, you need to pay the advance, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
There are certain things directly you can buy, but there are certain things without placing the order you cannot buy. For example, if you'd like to purchase a car, don't take every car, you take any car which is now in high demand. Can I go directly get a car from a
No,
showroom?
we have to give the booking for advance.
Right? So I'll have to make an initial payment, advance payment, and then I'll have to place the booking. Only then the car will be booked on my name, and they say that okay, you will receive the vehicle probably after a week, after 10 days, after 1 month, after 2 months, depending on the situation. Similarly, if I wanted to purchase like some kind of or let's say that now Diwali is there, you are a company and you'd like to distribute sweets to all your employees, assuming that you have somewhere around 2500 employees, and for every employee you decided you'll be giving 1 kilo of a sweet. For 2500 employees, how many kilogram of a sweet you require?
2,500 kilo.
Right, you will be requiring 2500 kilo. Now
500
can I
kilo.
go directly buy 2500 kilo from any shop? Is it possible?
No, not
No.
possible.
No, not possible. What I need to do, I need to place the order.
Correct.
Yes.
Will anybody accept the order without the payment? No, right?
No.
What if tomorrow you will tell, no, 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 actually many employees are on leave. So you give me only 500 now, remaining 2000 I will take next month. All these sweets will be wasted, right? Because lifetime of a sweet is maybe 1 week, 3 days, 10 days,
Correct.
2 week.
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Meaning the way you look at the point should be different. Don't blindly look at every point. If you blindly look at every point, you will end up looking at only the basic configuration fundamental, which will not allow you to do anything in the market tomorrow. You will see that every stage at every day in every interview I am failing because you are unable to understand the fundamental points. Make sure points you understand in such a way that you are not finding it difficult. First point. Second point, you need to make sure when you're receiving the order, same thing is applicable for the customer also,
Yes.
depending on what you're selling.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Certain thing will require the advance, maybe 10% amount, maybe 50% amount, but certain thing will require 100% amount,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Because certain things you will be starting to work only after receiving the advance, otherwise you will not get it. Meaning all these kind of things you'll have to sit and then understand from the user. For this, at least we need to know the basic fundamentals, right? To speak with the customer client.
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, in our mind, we have nothing other than configuration. Can we talk configuration step of accounts payable or accounts receivable to any of your client? Can you talk?
No.
Configuration is something which you will never talk to any client or any user. Secret. That's
Yes.
the secret of consultant, right?
Yes.
All right. Now you also need to understand how are you making payment to your vendor and how are you collecting payment from customer. Meaning, what is your mode of payment? Are you collecting through cash, through bank, or are you paying through cash or through bank? Both are possible or not possible,
Possible.
right? Both are possible. Payment through cash is possible. Payment through bank is also possible. Again, you need to understand what percentage of cash payment you will get it, what percentage of a bank payment you will get it.
Yes.
Again, client will tell you, for sure they'll tell that I think 90% bank payment only, hardly 10% cash payment, correct or not?
Right.
Correct.
Yes.
Because we're not talking about any general store business, right? To do 100 rupee transaction, 500 rupee transaction, 1000 rupee transaction, to do phone pay, Google Pay, or kind of thing. Yes, no?
Yes.
Right.
Everybody will use big transaction. Every transaction may be in thousands only, right? Thousands, lakhs, million,
Lakhs.
billion, trillion. Yes, no? Big
Yes.
numbers only. So for sure you cannot pay through cash. For sure you cannot do any other mode except bank way. You'll have to use bank payment. Now you'll understand, okay, most of the payments in any company are handled through bank. Now when you're talking about bank, you can make two types of a payment from bank. One is check payment and the other one is a transfer payment.
Yes.
I can issue a bank check or I can issue bank transfer, right?
Right.
Yes.
Now, all this, when you try to understand, you start realizing, okay, this is what client is working. Then you need to understand, okay, how frequently you will make the payment. Are you processing a vendor payment every day you start paying the money? No, right?
No.
Client will tell, no, we don't pay every day. We will pay every alternative day or 2 days a week we will have the payments. So any vendor who has to receive money from us, they have to wait until Monday or until Thursday or until Tuesday and then until Friday. Client will tell because everybody will have an existing business process which is already running, right?
Yes.
That existing business process is what we need to understand and then accordingly we need to act. Next one, when you talk about customer, for vendor payment you have a logic. Okay, we don't pay every day, we pay twice a week. But when it comes to customer, do you tell to the customer, no, you pay only Monday, Wednesday? Or you will
No.
tell them pay 24/7 anytime,
24 by
Anytime.
7 anytime.
right? From a customer, you want to receive money anytime, 24/7, 365 days a year. But to a vendor, you will not pay 24/7, 365 days a year. Instead, you will tell, in a week, we will process payment only 2 times. If you are not receiving a payment, please wait until Wednesday. If you are not receiving on Wednesday also, please wait until Monday. Still you did not receive, if it is urgent, please call our payable department, banking department and inform your invoice number and all. We will check and get back to you. Correct or not?
Correct.
Right.
Because company will treat money outflow in a different way, money inflow in a different way,
Inflow. Yes, sir.
Yes.
right? So all this is slowly we need to understand. Otherwise, you will end up looking at configuration point of view, which is very simple. Tomorrow, nobody wants that knowledge. And when you know that nobody wants your configuration knowledge, don't pay much attention on it. All right. Now, similarly, you need to understand how you're tracking everything. To track everything, you need report.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll have to ask, what kind of reports are you currently using? When we say, what kind of reports are we currently using? Let it be vendor related, or let it be invoice related, payment related, advance related, any kind of thing. For customer, for vendor, what kind of reports are we using? We need to understand. Accordingly, you'll know, okay, I think these many reports are currently using. Okay, now what kind of reports are you making manually? Not everything they may be getting from the system, correct or not? because to the management, to the different internal or external stakeholders, you may have to provide different information. You may not be getting all this information readily from the system. There may not be any ready-made report. Instead, you may have to download the different kind of report, prepare it manually. Correct or not?
Yes.
Correct.
Refer 2 to 3 reports from system, and
Right.
based on these 2 to 3 report, you make a report manually by applying different Excel formulas, VLOOKUP, all this kind of a thing. Possible or not? Manual intervention,
Possible.
Possible.
right? This we need to understand. Next, you also need to understand what kind of reconciliation are you doing. Reco or a reconciliation plays a key role or not,
Yes.
right? You'll have to ensure reconciliation is done on a timely basis, maybe daily reco, weekly reconciliation, monthly reconciliation. What kind of reconciliation are they currently doing? Now, reconciliation is nothing but comparing or checking two records or more records,
Correct. Yes.
right? Now, why are you doing this lot of reconciliation? You're cross checking, cross verifying everything, meaning there is no confidence on the data, right? That it is
Correct.
right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you do the reconciliation, is it a manual reconciliation or is it automatic reconciliation? If it is
Automatic
manual
reconciliation.
reconciliation, it takes a lot of time, right?
Yes. It takes
For
time.
example, I am doing a manual reconciliation now on 24th October at 7:51 p.m. Assuming if I start working on reconciliation, maybe I am taking the data as on today at this moment.
Yes.
Exactly.
After I pulled the report, if somebody is posting other entries, now my data is accurate or inaccurate now?
Inaccurate.
Inaccurate.
Inaccurate, because after I took the data, there are some more entries getting
Additional data.
posted. Additional data is getting added or existing data is getting reversed, cancelled, anything may be possible. So my data reconciliation is not giving me the more accuracy, right? Maybe it is 80% accurate, 90% accurate. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Because of the lag, data lag or backlog, whatever it is. Now you'll have to consider all these points in any project, in any discussion. Considering every point, you'll have to come to a conclusion. Okay, this is what is your current business process which is happening. This is the starting point, this is the ending point. These are all you're doing in between, from a vendor creation until the report and all. Then you'll have to identify, okay, now tell me, what problems are you facing during a vendor creation? Do you find any problem now? They may say that yes, we are unable to update vendor account or vendor PAN number, vendor TAN number, or we are unable to get the vendor bank details. They might be telling anything, right? Or sometimes we are creating duplicate vendors. Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
There may be different problems, different pain points that the client is currently facing, which you do not know. Company to company, client to client, business to business, all these
Right.
things will keep on fluctuating, varying.
Yes.
Right? You'll have to understand in that project. For that, you need to have at least the basic fundamental knowledge. When you get all this information, you'll know, okay, this is the current process, and in this particular process, these are the problems that they are facing now. Okay, don't look at the solution, just look at the problem now. Then go to transaction. Okay, you are now booking invoice. How are you booking invoices? Are you booking manually or are you booking automatically? How many users you have to book invoices? How long does it take for you to record one invoice? Any approval you have, or directly you book the invoice? There should be again a process involved or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? There is again a process involved which you need to ask. Talk to the client user, understand it. They'll tell, okay, before we book the invoice, we need to ensure material is received or service is delivered and all. And we need the approval confirmation from the respective department or division. After that, what we will do, we will ensure that the invoice is approved for payment from the finance department or accounts department. According to that, we will proceed to book the invoice. Okay, how are you tracking all this now? Again, there is a process involved. Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Make a note. Okay, this is what is happening during invoice booking. Okay. Now, in a day, how many invoices are you booking? Now you'll understand. Okay, these many invoices are we booking in a day? How many users are booking them? What is the accuracy? If a user is entering, let's say 100 invoices per day, it may not be 100% accuracy, right?
Yes.
Maybe some, instead of 100 rupee, 1000 rupee may be booked, or instead of 10,000, only 1000 is booked. Instead of A vendor, B vendor is debited, credited. Possible or not?
Possible.
You'll have to know all this point. You'll have to know all these points and then accordingly write down, okay, these are all the current problems in the business. At every point during the payment, what kind of reports, everything you look at from a known process that you are familiar with. We're taking APAR because this is something which all of us can easily relate, all of us can easily connect. Now, after looking at everything from both customer vendor point of view, you sit and then write down, okay, this is what I discussed from the client or with the client. This is what information I got from the business. Now, let me make a note in a rough draft only. Okay, this is the starting point, this is happening, and these are all the problems, and after that this is the manual intervention that they are doing, these many requests they are doing. Okay, they are expecting this report but they are not getting it. Their CFO wants to see this report, management wants this kind of information which is not coming from the system as of now. Look at everything and then sit, and then you sit, and when you sit, don't look at the client process. Now you're looking at client process. Now keep client process aside, look at SAP process. When you look at SAP process, you need to know this total SAP process for accounts payable must be on your fingertips. In SAP AP, what will happen? Nothing will happen. You create vendor, you create invoice, credit memo, down payment. Okay, you have different reports. Okay, now you look at your customer or your client current process. We are creating a vendor. These are all the problems in my current vendor creation. You look at SAP. How vendor is created in SAP? What control points are there in SAP? Now, when you look at like this, will it be easy for you to connect or not, understand or not?
Yes.
Right? It will make you feel comfortable. It will make you a kind of feel that okay, I think I am not talking to a client. I'm in a project. Same thing will happen in any project. Tomorrow, when you get into any project, this is what you will do, nothing beyond this. Right? Now, when you start looking at it, you start realizing, okay, then they're posting invoice. Okay, for invoice posting in SAP, what is the process? Okay, there are 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways of invoice processing in SAP. Why you have 5 different ways of invoice posting in SAP? What is the difference in SAP? Right? When there are 3, 4 screen, why there are 3, 4 screens? What is the purpose? Then you will
Yes.
understand, okay, in this screen, in this way, you will post the invoice. In the other screen, this is how you will post the invoice. This is the difference between this and that. Later on, you will realize, okay, client is having this many. I think we have this process. I think this will best suit the client. This screen is more suitable to the client. Similarly, you look at the payment. How client is processing the payment, how SAP will allow the payment. Accordingly, what you do, you start looking at, okay, this way you can do it, the other way you can do it. Now, after looking at everything from SAP point of view, from business point of view, when you start comparing it in a different logic approach altogether, will it give you confidence or not?
Yes.
Right? It will give you a kind of a confidence that yes, I think now I'm able to relate their business process with SAP. Tomorrow, when you conduct a workshop, tomorrow when you're giving any demo presentation to the client, you will speak more confidently in such a way that you will tell the process from the business point of view, not from SAP point of view. Never talk from SAP point of view, talk from business point of view. You're getting my point, right?
Yes, sir.
When you talk from business point of view, you will let the client also feel connected to what you're talking. You tell or talk in a generic way from SAP point of view, Your client is not aware of SAP. They cannot connect what you're talking to. You may be
Correct.
explaining in a very, simple way, but still client is not connecting because of the technicality that is involved there.
Correct.
You're using a lot of technical terms, SAP related words and all, which client is not comfortable with. It is as simple as that. I'm talking to you about a particular technology, which you don't understand, right?
Yes.
But the
Yes.
same thing I can make you understand in a different way, simple words, like a layman language.
Yes.
At the end, it is not about how I am performing, it's about how you are performing after our discussion. Agree or not?
Agree.
Yes.
Right? Meaning you have to keep certain fundamental points in your mind. Accordingly, when you start working in a project, accordingly, when you start thinking right from your day one of your training, for sure you will feel within few weeks that there is a huge improvement, there is a huge difference in the way you look at SAP, the way you think about SAP. You will practically realize the difference. I don't need to tell. You will realize yourself because the way you look at and all, you start realizing, I think this is what I need. I got the point now. Else, what will happen? Now, in general, what everybody will do, or what all of us will do, we all will collect a lot of content, right? On SAP, FICO, especially. Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Majority those who are learning SAP FICO, what they do is they collect the data. They collect the data, they store it in the laptop or hard drives. Yes, hard disk, correct or not?
Right.
Yes.
They'll ask, okay, I have X training videos, Y training videos, Z training videos, ABC Institute material, XYZ Institute material. You collect everything. Go Google, you get so many things. Go to different other platforms, you'll get a different content. You put everything in at one place. Tomorrow, when you start looking at it, will anything give you clarity?
No.
After collecting all this kind of documentation, videos, and all, tomorrow, if you refer to anything, will anything give you clarity or no clarity?
No clarity.
No clarity.
Nothing will give you clarity because the way you want to learn has a clarity now. If your learning has a clarity, if you have a clarity, whatever the data or content you get from the social media for free of cost, nothing will meet your requirement. You feel that everything is rejected only. You start deleting all the documents from your laptop now.
Yes.
Otherwise, you keep loading the data, right, until your system says you are now out of space.
Yes.
Correct. Later on, what will happen? You start to delete everything. I think this is not helping me. I think this, I don't want this document. I don't want this document, because now you have a clarity. When you don't have clarity, you dump everything. When you have a clarity, you don't dump everything. That is what the difference you have to create in your learning. If this is not there, no matter what effort you put, how much effort you put, you do 24 by 7 effort learning, nothing will happen. No improvement, because there is no clarity. You must have a clarity even before you start learning SAP FICO. What will happen there? Now, whatever we discussed about APAR, we didn't even write anything on the Excel sheet, right?
Yes.
We didn't write anything, correct or not?
Correct.
But you were able to connect what we talked,
Yes.
relate at least,
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
you go to Google or any platform, look at SAP accounts payable process or in general accounts receivable process, you'll not connect it, right? Because wherever you go, what you'll get, accounts payable, some standard definition, you'll get it. You'll get
Yes.
accounting interest, debit, credit,
Yes.
configuration screenshot, you'll get it. T code, you'll get it, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
But how to
Yes, sir.
connect
Correct.
everything, you'll not get it.
Correct.
It is as simple as that. You get all the ingredients, but you don't get the recipe, right?
Yes.
You get everything, that makes the output, but you'll not get how to bring that output. That process is missing there. What we're doing, we're looking at the raw materials, you're looking at the output, and then you're missing the process. You're trying to assemble on your own way, which will never work out.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Correct.
That is what the problem which most of the people will face, especially on SAP FICO, which I don't want you to face. When you look at it, everything looks simple.
Yes, sir. I joined, sir, one SAP faculty, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I joined one SAP, sir, Pune, where, sir, I paid 30,000. But, sir, still I am not comforted. And I am CA inter cleared and CMA clear.
That's what. Once we have that clarity, what happens in SAP FICO, then you don't need any guidance, right? You are now self-driven. Yes, no,
Yes.
right? It
Yes.
should be like, don't go blindly learn SAP FICO, which is not that kind of training course. FICO is not something that can be learnt on your own. On your own, you cannot learn SAP FICO. It is not possible. Don't even try to do it, especially in the current market. Because you see, in SAP FICO, there are a lot of changes now.
Yes.
People will talk about different SAP FICO ECC, SAP FICO on-premise, SAP FICO S4HANA, public cloud, private cloud, and all. Right? Rise with SAP,
Yes.
grow with SAP, and all. You're confused. What is this SAP? Which one I should learn now? And your
Yes.
weakness will become somebody else's strength. Don't let your weakness become somebody's strength. First of all, don't reveal your weakness. Don't be weak on this point, because majority all of us related to accounting only, somewhere or the other, correct or not?
Yes.
Especially from the academic point of view.
Correct.
If you look at this point, one basic fundamental thing is that in accounting, trial balance plays a key role or not,
Yes.
right?
Basic role.
Trial balance plays a key role. Without a trial balance, accounting, you cannot say it is right or wrong. Agree?
Correct.
If your accounting is right, TB will become zero. Now you will check with your friends who are learning SAP FICO, or if you've already learned SAP FICO, question yourself during your training, during your practice and all, how many times you have checked the trial balance in SAP? This
No.
itself will give you
No.
clarity.
Yes, sir.
And probably we are all accounting background, right?
Right.
That itself shows, right, how serious we are, how blindly we are believing, how blindly we are learning SAP FICO, correct or not?
Correct.
Right, sir.
Tomorrow in any implementation project, without opening balance upload, can you hand over system to the client?
No.
No.
You cannot. Now for you to upload opening balance, you need opening balance or you need closing balance?
Yes.
For you to upload opening balance, you need closing balance.
Closing balance
How
required.
you will tell, how you will get closing balance from the client? Client will share you trial balance. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If you do not know what is trial balance, if you cannot understand, read, segregate the trial balance at a transaction level, you cannot become a FICO consultant.
Yes, sir.
Impossible. You will become a FICO consultant. It is straight away impossible. I'm not talking about becoming a FICO consultant just by luck clearing the interview. I'm talking about becoming a FICO consultant in such a way that you will work independently tomorrow. Not the wrong routes. I'm talking about the straight route.
Correct.
Because if you do not know these points, you will never understand what is what. You take a simple example like I am currently using Oppo Reno 11 phone. Possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Example, I'm not using Oppo, I'm just telling. Okay. Now, I want to switch to Samsung S24 Ultra. Possible?
Possible.
Possible. Now, what I'll do for this, straight away, I will go to a shop. I will buy S24. Correct or not?
Correct.
Right? Now, option number one, option number two. Option number one, directly remove SIM from Oppo and place it in Samsung.
Samsung.
Will this meet your requirement? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Not okay.
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay. Then when you remove the SIM card from Oppo to Samsung, will you get your contacts? Will you get your all the other data which is already there in Oppo in Samsung? Just by directly removing the SIM card, adding in Samsung?
No.
No, sir.
No. No.
You'll not get it, right? Then what you'll have to do?
We have to
We have to
Take backup.
back up.
save. Yeah.
You have to take backup. Then remove SIM. Place it in Samsung.
Place it in Samsung.
There is a difference or no difference?
Difference.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then you're working in SAP FICO project is as simple as like switching from Oppo mobile to Samsung mobile, directly changing the SIM card, and then taking backup and then changing the SIM card. There is a difference, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because if you directly change, you will not get the historical data, correct or not? Old
Correct.
data, you will not get it.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you take the backup, if you put it in the Samsung, you'll get continuity. Now,
Yes.
after, yes, like we both are talking to each other every day on phone. But still, I don't remember your phone number. Still, you don't remember my phone number. Possible or not in the current trend?
Yes.
You call every day, but you don't know the number. In fact, we don't know sometimes our own number also, right? Because everybody uses two numbers. Yes, no.
Yes.
Most of the times, even if you ask somebody to give me your number, instead of giving their number, they'll ask your number. They say that, okay, I'll give you missed call. Tell me your number because they don't remember their number, right?
Yes.
Smart things, smart moves. You also have to be smart. Don't reveal that I don't know. But they're nowhere revealing I don't know my number. Tell me your number. I'll give you a missed call. Correct or not?
Correct.
You also have to be equally smart. Only then you will survive in the current market, especially on FICO. Else you cannot survive. Right? Now, let's say there is a chat on your WhatsApp. There are a lot of images or contacts, all this kind of a thing. Tomorrow, what will happen if you directly put your SIM card? If you want to call somebody for any emergency, you cannot call, right? Because you don't know the number. I simply
Yes.
take out the SIM card, put it into this one. When I go to contact, it is empty.
Yes.
But on the other way, if I take a backup and when I put this SIM card, if I bring the backup here, I don't see any difference, right? All the data I will see even on my Samsung phone,
Yes.
right? Contacts, WhatsApp chat, everything. Just the device change. Otherwise, my day-to-day transactions, images, everything is now transferred from Oppo to Samsung. Correct or not?
Correct.
You'll have to understand the things in such a way that you relate it to the point. At the end of the day, whether you connect it to the point or not is important. You may be thinking how from where it is relevant, but it is relevant to what you're understanding only, right? And
Yes.
later on, I'll connect every point with practical examples wherein you feel, yes, this is what happens. Tomorrow, Same point, even if you talk to your friend who's working as a consultant in SAP FICO, they should also feel, no, I think I'm not aware of it. Meaning you should ask doubts to your friends or somebody which they are also not aware. Don't ask what is the T code, how do I create it, what is that. Don't ask basic questions. These questions are not supposed to be asked at any given point of time, no matter what. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There are certain questions, there are certain doubts, there are certain confusions which you should never get, no matter what. For you not to get these kind of questions, there should be a different approach from the beginning from your end.
Yes.
Right? Only then these doubts you will eliminate, you will avoid. Otherwise, for basic thing also you will get it out.
Correct.
Right? So you'll have to ensure you're covering things in such a way that you feel confident. At the end of the day, your comfort, your confidence matters. Put effort to make sure you feel comfortable, you feel confident. It takes one attempt, two attempt, three attempt. Give that attempt, give that time. Because everybody is independent, everybody is individual, and everybody to ensure based on their capability, based on their timing, they have to put their effort. Not like somebody's understanding it quickly, somebody's not understanding it quickly. Don't do this kind of a comparison. Because here, all of us are different. Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Your thought process may be different, somebody may be different, somebody may be different. So don't get into any comparison. Though you're all learning the same thing, but the way you digest is different. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Takes more time for somebody, less time for somebody, takes medium time for somebody. Depending on it, you put your effort. Don't be in a hurry. Give the sufficient time because you're investing time to build a career, not to complete the course, to build a career. So don't be in so rush that I want to do it within a month, 2 months, which is practically not possible. You got my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you cannot do
Yes, sir.
anything innovatively, completing a 2 month, 3 month, not possible. All you can do is completing the course, not learning FICO. Completing FICO is different, learning FICO is different. If you want to complete, sit 24/7, 3 days or maximum a week, you will complete it. But if you want to learn, it is not possible because the mind capability or capacity is very small. It has to process everything and then it has to build the whole. The output has to come right
Yes, sir.
in a meaningful manner. That way it has to be. So no shortcut. There is no shortcut. So you don't try to create a shortcut. There is no shortcut to it. And don't try to get manipulated by any shortcuts people tell you. None of the shortcuts will work. Any shortcut will work only after you looking or going through one full cycle. Then only you can bring a shortcut. Directly there is no shortcut. Clear, right?
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you'll have to give that time with that peace of mind. Only then you can do it. So no more shortcut, no more different other things, and don't combine different content at one go. If you'd like to go with me, strictly go with me. If you compare different other source contents, you will get confused because whatever I talk is something completely different, right or wrong,
Yes, sir.
right? Because I don't open SAP screens, I don't write configuration screens, or I don't put T codes, I don't give screenshots, nothing I'll give other than writing something on Excel sheet, making you understand the different examples, making you work on different assignment without even showing anything on this screen. I'll make you go in a different way. If you combine different things, it will not work. You will end up getting confused because the way we talk is completely based on a logic. I'll connect every point with an example with a valid accounting figure. If you do it, what will happen, where the impact will come, what number it should show, I'll tell you even before we get into SAP. Later on, when you go to system, when you start practicing on it, you will see that it is exactly same number. Accounting is all about that only, right? Whether I do it, you do it. If you do accounting, it is the same. 1 plus 1 should be 2 for you, for me. Correct or not?
Yes. Correct.
So I should not get 3, you should not get 2.1, right? It should be 2 only for anyone. Same is here, because it's all about accounting. If you stick to the fundamental, whether it is me or it is you or it is anyone else, it has to be the same. Stick to these fundamental things, which will for sure make you reach your target without any difficulties. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine, then let me stop this here. The remaining portion we will discuss at the same time tomorrow in the evening. Tomorrow we will spend a little long time. Okay, probably we'll spend somewhere around 2 hours tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
all right,
Sir,
yeah,
sir, will you be
all right.
giving the recording of this session, sir?
Yes, I'll do it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, good night.
Thank you.